Welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise in Madden. And we have in store for you what the peoples, the media, the critics, the people on Twitter, online, everywhere, they're calling it the greatest AFC championship game of all time, the Denver Broncos. We give them the extra win for the playoff wins. They don't do it in Madden, but we are 16-1. One loss on the year, going up against the 15-0-2 Pittsburgh Steelers. 31 combined wins between these two teams, about to go at it in the AFC Championship. Has that ever happened in pro football before? I was trying to look up like the highest combined win total to play in an NFL game. I couldn't find any. I don't know, maybe in a Super Bowl. If anybody knows, I'm thinking maybe, we had that the 98 season. We had that Falcons and Vikings game. They were both 14-2. And then the Super Bowl was the Falcons and the Broncos, who were both 14-2. But that doesn't equal 31 wins. No, 14-2 versus 14-2 doesn't equal 31 wins. We got 15-0 against 16-1. AFC Championship game here for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. This Broncos team, this is the 11th year. And my second year with them, I don't think I've ever seen them make the playoffs. Here in our second year with the Broncos, we're 1 win away from the Super Bowl, but we got to hand a team their first loss on the year. So let's say we get into it. We're going to do this, depending on how long this game takes. We might even play some WWE 2K22, because there's a patch downloading right now, and let's see if it even still downloads. You won't be able to see while I'm on this screen here, but notifications is it is downloading. It's got 101 minutes, so maybe it won't be done. It's a 3 gig patch. I've heard mixed reviews on the patch, by the way, on both Reddit and Twitter. And we won't spend too much time talking WWE because you're here to see football. But, it's kind of, again, I'm kind of in the middle. I do enjoy the game, but it would be nice if some of the annoying things in 2K22 would get fixed, like the multi-man matches lasting forever, and literally people could see that on the up, down, down stream before the game came out, that was going to be an issue, and it seems like that was untouched. People are still having issues with crashing. I've had issues with crashing, and I don't even download that many community creations, so we'll have to see it. They promised 2K that they're going to be transparent and be on the up and up and all this, and yet it seems like, for me, I have to go to, Twitter and, not even the official Twitter page, but I have to find, users on Twitter, and I have to go on Reddit to get any information on stuff that's being worked on for a company that promised that they're going to be transparent and try to fix. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. So the greatest AFC championship of all time, 31 combined wins. It's going to take place in the snow, our second snow game. We had the one in Philly, right? That was our other snow game. Man, the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers having to go on the road in the AFC Championship. That's because they finished with 2 ties compared to our 1 loss. But we got snow in Denver. It was a beautiful day a week ago when we took on the Indianapolis Colts. But now we got some snowy days in the forecast here. So this should be interesting. We're going to give it all we got and see if we can't get to the Super Bowl. Atlanta and Chicago would be our opposition, so it's a possibility of Super Bowl 33 rematch or a rematch from 2 years ago, Pittsburgh and Chicago. Or we can have some first-time matchups, which would be Denver and Chicago or Pittsburgh and Atlanta. So here we go, AFC Championship. It almost feels like a college football playoff game with the amount of wins here. 15-1, 16-1 if you count the playoff game. 14-0, 15-0 if you count the playoff win for the Steelers. Undefeated versus 1 loss in the AFC Championship game. And the man that's been leading the way for the Steelers for many years, there you see him, Dylan McCaffrey. In real life, he's at Northern Colorado doing his thing. Here, he's been in the NFL for, I think, about 8 years. With the Pittsburgh Steelers, he was the heir apparent to Ben Roethlisberger. And he's already taken the Steelers to 3 Super Bowls, winning 2 of them, including the win against Chicago 2 seasons ago. So the Steelers looking for their 9th Super Bowl championship, far and away the most in NFL history. They got 8 right now, which is the most. They passed up the New England Patriots and the 49ers, who in virtual land have 6 Super Bowls because they ended up winning the one with Deion Barnes later on. So here we go. Underway, second down, and McCaffrey. Couple of plays into the hands of Anthony McFarland, who is the running back. You know our guy, so you don't need to see him again. And if we win this game, we will be bringing you the Super Bowl tomorrow. If we don't win this game, we'll probably take a break to figure out what went wrong. Then we will play the Pro Bowl at some point. But we're hoping it's the Super Bowl, not the Pro Bowl. And McCaffrey is going to get hit the last minute. Incomplete. Got it away. That's Jerry Jeudy, who in this land ended up with the Pittsburgh Steelers, not the Broncos. And it's a 3 and out for the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. Dante Hall has had some great kick returns the past couple of weeks, including his first kickoff return for a touchdown. He'll get it back up to the 30, and here's where Tom Brady III, his dad's played in many, many AFC championships over the year. He's playing in his first, the rookie. Stepping into an uncomfortable situation, dethroning the longtime starter in Denver due to a contract dispute. And we have not looked back. 15 wins later. Here he is in the AFC Championship game. First down, Brady going down the field, and Torrey Holt does not hang on to it. It falls incomplete. So we were trying to go for a shot down the field early on, and we had it, but just fell loose due to the snow maybe. I don't know. Hand up to Jonathan Taylor. Big opening. There goes Jonathan Taylor in the snow. And it's going to be Caden Stearns who pushes Taylor out of bounds. But what a run by Taylor, who's had a couple of slow games the last few weeks, including one of the big reasons we had our one loss on the year to Portland was because of our poor rushing performance. That was a big one right there. Going right back to Taylor. Good blocking. He gets clipped and falls forward after a gain of 8. They're going to give him 9 on that one, so we'll take that. The orange and yellow pops in the snow, does it not here? Jamil Pierce. Oh, that's going to be a face mask. Zach Harrison is going to get called for the 15 on Pittsburgh. There you go. The Buckeye.
Automatic first down.
And people are saying, I mean, you look at the records at the bottom of the screen, it's going to be a fight no matter who's in it. We've seen upsets in the Super Bowl before. The Patriots know all too well. And what are some other great Super Bowl upsets of all time? I mean, the Broncos, greatest offense of all time, beat by the Seahawks. The people are saying they think this is the real Super Bowl. And that either Atlanta or Chicago, it's a foregone conclusion that whoever wins this one is going to win the whole thing. I mean, when you look at the records, people say this is the Super Bowl. They used to say that for a lot of years. Remember those NFC Championship games, the Steelers or the 49ers and the Cowboys? People used to call those the real Super Bowls. And then it was everything that happened after that wasn't really the Super Bowl because it was always blowouts. But they're saying that about this game, but we'll see. Chicago or Atlanta, man, they could pull the upset to the outside to Taylor. And so we get held down. That's Justin Flo. They say Weber, but it was not Weber. And they say Dixon, who is also not Dixon. It was clearly number 50 right there. They got the tackle, so ignore the incorrect stats by Madden. So they held us out, man. I mean, we had first and goal. That was it. Sebastian Janikowski, who had a rough divisional game, comes on. Field goal is good. In the greatest AFC championship game of all time, the Broncos strike first with 3 on the board. So back to Pittsburgh we go. And even in the snow, Janikowski gets that one out of here. Here comes Dylan McCaffrey for his second drive. Another short pass by McCaffrey. That's the long time. Or actually, that is a Jerry Jeudy again. Thought that was Juju Smith-Schuster, but... Screen pass. Jerry Jeudy again. They consider that a rush, apparently. I don't know what's happening with these stats. Greatest game of all time, you got to get your stats right. Third down, it can be another 3 and out for Pittsburgh. McCaffrey incomplete. Off the fingertips. Keshawn Clemens in pursuit. So Pittsburgh goes 3 and out twice. Dante Hall. Oh man, had a lot of real estate if he could have gotten the speed around this corner there. All right, a lot of running in the first drive. We had one pass, and we pretty much just ran the ball. That's all we needed to do in the snow. Tom Brady III lines up in the gun, gives it to Jonathan Taylor again. And man, I mean, it's going to be the Jonathan Taylor show if Pittsburgh doesn't stop him. We're going to keep pounding it and keep running it. Taylor takes it again, and there's going to be the best stop of the day other than the goal line stop. That was Damon Weber. Back to the air, Tom Brady III, and he's going to get sacked. Thomas Booker getting the sack on Brady. So that forces it into a 3rd and long here. 3rd and 17 in the snow, which is never ideal. Brady dropping back. He's got pressure. He heaves it, and you can tell combination of the pressure and probably not being able to get a good grip on the ball in the snow. That was a lame duck floater. It fell incomplete there. So, also a 3 and out for Denver. In this greatest championship game of all time. Out at the 11. Good punt there. We're still having this kicking glitch, so all my punts are like hitting them back. I don't know if that's giving me an unfair advantage or what. Oh man, knocked away by Clemens. I'll have to try to look at the sliders again and figure out why that's happening. But we're keeping it as it is for this. I mean, nothing we can do about it now. 2nd and 10. McCaffrey under pressure, flings it. Knocked away by O'Neal. So neither offense, other than us, that had some decent runs. Here comes DeMarvin Leal, and there's a sack on Dylan McCaffrey. Looks like they're going to give John Banks a little bit of credit too, but man, our defense on fire to start the greatest AFC championship game of all time. 15-0 versus 16-1. That one loss is going to hurt, man. We're going to be looking at that one loss for a while, unless we end up losing this one or the Super Bowl. But man, we could have had an undefeated team. But I mean, it's hard to come by, right? It's only happened twice in NFL history. Once where a team made it all the way through. Even the Patriots couldn't do it. This would be big right here. Get a touchdown on this drive. Really put pressure on the undefeated Steelers. And Jonathan Taylor doesn't get too far. Deontay Hammond out of UConn. He's used to playing in the snow now. 5 total yards for the undefeated Steelers so far. That, man, they are now keying. They are keying on Jonathan Taylor. So they let Taylor get some big runs early. Obviously, they're 15-0 for a reason. They made their adjustments, and now it's 3rd down and long here. Once again, Brady looking for his first completed pass of the day, and is going to get sacked by Zach Harrison. So it's kind of defensive right now on both sides. We're not taking advantage of this poor offensive play by Pittsburgh yet. It's just going back and forth defense right now.
We play to win. Let's go. Let's go now. 18 Gators. Check. No. We got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Look at that. DeMarvin Leal leapfrogs over. What a big hit by Bush. He came from the Steelers, right? Devin Bush, at least in this virtual land he did. Pretty sure we signed him from Pittsburgh. Handoff on the play to Anthony McFarland. And the Steelers still do not have a first down in this game. Can we stop them one more time? How incredible would that be, right? Dylan McCaffrey, pressure's on. Oh, man, that should have been the stop. Jeremy Ruckert, another Ohio State man's going to get the first down on the missed tackle. It was Jordan Battle that couldn't wrap up his man. But that should have been another 3 and out. Oh, come on, Battle. You got to wrap him up. So instead, Pittsburgh has life. Dylan McCaffrey, 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's been there 3 times. This Steelers team, a lot of experience. They've been to the Super Bowl as recent as 2 years ago. This Broncos team, they've been looking for anything. The last 11 years, I think if they've gone to the playoffs in the last 11 years, it's only been once. It's been very few and far between. That should have been intercepted, but I think Leon O'Neal and Derek Stingley were fighting over it. So Pittsburgh not lighting the world on fire yet offensively, which is good for us. DeMarvin Leal gets in there again. That's going to be his... I thought he got the other sack. They're going to give him a sack and a half, but DeMarvin Leal, who we traded Justin Fields for. Remember, that was our big caveat. How long did we spend, like an hour and a half trying to trade Justin Fields because we wanted a defensive lineman? We got him in DeMarvin Leal, and look at him showing up in this greatest AFC championship game of all time. Dante Hall won't get a chance to return that one. Goes out of bounds there. That was Brendan Quincy on the punt. Empty set here for Tom Brady III. Gets that one out to Nick Coffey. And Coffey will be about a yard short. And that is the first completed pass of the game for the Denver Broncos. So there you go. 2nd and inches. Back to what's been a strong running game from the outside. Yeah, they're keying on Jonathan Taylor for sure. Damon Weber. They don't want to let any more of those big runs get by. We got to start taking advantage, though, while Pittsburgh's struggling to move the ball offensively. We got to take advantage. There's DJ Moore. First down. Give him a little mile-high salute, DJ Moore. Come on. Oh, what a hit that was. That looked like a Vontaze Burfict hit, right? Holy smokes. That was Justin Flo that took his head off there. 2nd and 10. Back to Jonathan Taylor. And Taylor will get about 4 on that carry. And mark him at 3. So 3rd and 7. I would think we're in field goal range. Not a lot of snow on the ground where we would be kicking a field goal, which would be good for Janikowski. Well, that's not good. Brady the third is going to get sacked again. Thomas Booker. There's been a lot of sacks on both sides. We'll take a look at the double feature here. Oh, man, we were just getting ready to get rid of the ball, too. And Javier Patton let go of his block, and there you go. So, yeah, another punt. This is unfortunately starting to remind me a little bit of the Portland game because there were a lot of punts in that one, really low scoring early. And, well, we got Pittsburgh kind of not doing things offensively. We got to take advantage, but we're also not doing anything offensively. So, greatest game of all time has been a defensive slugfest so far. Incomplete. McCaffrey can't get much going. Just 3 of 6 so far in this one. Our corners and linebackers doing well out there. McCaffrey in the gun here. Looking to get to his 4th Super Bowl. How about that? DeMarvin Leal broke through again, and that's knocked away by Stingley. Pass intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. There you go. Only 11 yards offensively. 1 first down so far in this one for the Pittsburgh Steelers. McCaffrey just kind of dumps it off. Oh, yes, they're going to stop him. Oh, man, that was a great effort by Anthony McFarland, which should have been a loss of a bunch. And then he ended up juking his way and almost getting the first down. So Quincy on to punting again, and we're just trading punts right now in the greatest AFC championship. This is not Kansas City LA Rams from Thursday Night Football or whatever, the Sunday night. Remember that game? The 55-54, whatever? It is not that yet. It has been it feels like old school. What game was it? The Colts and Giants or whatever, the greatest NFL championship of all time. This is like that. It's old school defensive slugfest. Smash mouth football. Jonathan Taylor met by Nolan Smith. And he goes down. So even the running attack has stopped here for the Denver Broncos. Took it under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Pressure on, and Brady had a wide open receiver that didn't turn back for the ball. I don't even know who that was. I saw an 8 trying to get a number, but Brady threw and he didn't even look back. Oh my God, 3rd and 8. And that one looking for Nick Coffey, and Justin Flo's been everywhere, turns around and bats it away. So, boy, both the sons of legends, Tom Brady III and Dylan McCaffrey, the sons of Super Bowl champions. Of course, Ed McCaffrey for many years with Denver, won 2 Super Bowls, and everyone knows Tom Brady, of course. The sons of legends struggling right now in the snow.
On the ready. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Time to go. Night.
Hand off to McFarland, and that juke ended up, I think, costing him some yards. 6 yards on the ground so far for McFarland. Their rushing attack hasn't gotten going either. McFarland again doesn't have anywhere to go, and he's tackled by Leon O'Neal. What's happening in this game, guys? This defensive battle in the snow. I mean, it is in the snow, right? It's to be expected, I suppose. That will be a first down in the biggest play. That'll like quadruple Pittsburgh's output of yards. Darrell Jackson, the former Florida Gator. 27 yards, which I think the Steelers were at like 11. So that like tripled what they had. Hand out to McFarland. McFarland gets free. And Battle makes up for that missed tackle earlier by coming down and getting that tackle there. So all of a sudden, here comes Pittsburgh. And we have a flag.
False start, offense.
False start against the Steelers. That obviously helps us out quite a bit.
90, Wolf. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
2nd and 7. This time, who we got in there? That's 33. That is Bradley Searles.
Let's go. Do it.
First down, Pittsburgh. So now they're picking up the first downs here. Pretty easily, I might add. Rolling out. That was completed and right out of bounds. That was Jeremy Ruckert. Still not quite in field goal range, so if we can kind of hang tough. Oh, jailbreak screen. Oh, man, there we got him. Okay, I thought we were going to get tripped up by our own guy. But Leal stayed on his feet. So 3rd and 6. Like I said, if I were them, I'd probably